So this is what I wanted to finish with from the last video. The United States has bitten off more than they could handle, more than they can chew. The blowback from all the aggression, to put it lightly, all the aggression over decades and decades of U.S. aggression after at least World War II, is uniting the East, South, and Mid East again against the United States. The United States government supremacy and overall power control. They're not looking towards the United States for help and all that. They're looking towards China and Russia and Iran, even Iran under all those sanctions, Latin America and South America and Africa and South Africa, and I know India is part of Asia, and all these different countries. That's the vast majority of the population right there. Like I said before, it's just the West, the average American needs to wake the fuck up. We have private equity running our country. It's about making money for the top and screwing the bottom. Money for the corporations, people, the major investors, and screwing us, the workers. And we see it, we live through it, and then we get stuck fighting over each other. Don't get mad at your neighbor. Get mad at people in power. People in power are our American oligarchs, our American private equity firms that just do horrible damage to our healthcare and everything else they fucking touch. Fuck them. That's a whole different topic for a different day, but fuck them. Instead of seeing this for what our government has done over decades, people in the West, and especially Americans, see that as the other. The fear, the other, someone over there, right? The other's fault. To be fair, not all Americans, but millions and millions will do not see it as such. And do see it as such. They will see it differently when the petrodollar becomes weaker or falls. A petrodollar, there's a lot of power in the petrodollar. When it falls or weakens and China takes over, and other countries have more of a bite to it, more of a power with it. That's a lot of power, natural resources, and then also money. And then China will start steamrolling really fast when they start getting more and more chunk of the oil, control, and power. International trade, like I said before, is mostly done by the US dollar. So deals around the world are based on the US dollar, but though that would change. More countries have dropped the US dollar for international trade and trade partnership and pacts for trades. They drop the US dollar and they do yen, or they do whatever other currencies they want, not the US dollar. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt us. And you can only look at our government for doing that to the world because of how much disrespect our government has given out in multiple ways, from the CIA, from the State Department, and then both with our military, and then sanctions. So it's basically what I'm trying to say. Americans' government, they don't give a fuck because they don't ask for this. They're all millionaires or fucking potentially billionaires one day. They're all comfortable. They're all good. They're very comfortable. Entry-level congressperson is $173,000 a year. You start doing networking and handshakes, you turn into AOC, tweeting, start saying the micro, the macro, making no fucking sense to do a goddamn thing. Using fucking flowery words to make identity politics the number one thing, and some economic shit. Make she don't do a goddamn thing. She a joke, and she knows she is. But the Democrats love her because she fucking sheepdogs those motherfuckers in the Democratic Party, and people start voting for her. That fucking squad, right? I love them. Fucking sheep and men, they vote for them. Democrats lose, Democrats win. You get more people fucking falling for the fucking their game. Fuck both parties. Non-stop, fucking both. Burn that shit down. All this could have been reversed or stopped or hesitant or anything if we had a government that actually cared about other countries and respected other countries. Our government doesn't even care about us. We think about that. They don't give a fuck about us. No matter what your political ideology is, what you believe in, healthcare is fucking expensive. You know, food prices, gas prices right now have been like that for a while, especially food prices. You know, just common shit that we all need. It's getting fucking shit expensive. And then on top of that is the inflation is fucking 7.9%, the most in 40 fucking years. What for? Why? That's just how it goes. This is a system. Oh, I wear a suit and a tie. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the rest of us are fucking scraping by, but thanks. I'll make sure I put that in my fucking will when I have nothing to give my kids because you have taken my savings away. You know, and also many other Americans. I mean, savings are gone. COVID, one out of 5 people use all their savings. That's 20% of Americans that use all their savings during COVID. You know, how many people drop out of college because the vaccine mandate? And they were like, I'm good, I'm young, whatever. You can agree or disagree, it don't matter. It's people's choices. You know, it's just our country has gotten fucked over by the people, the very few that are in power. And the people here just young or old, just trying to get the fuck by and live a decent life. In our fucking oligarch system can't see as such, and they just can't leave us the fuck alone. You got $1, let me get 85 cents of that. I'll leave you 15. For tax, bitch. I was taxed more than that, fuck. I'm not against taxes. I'm not trying to hear and spew a bunch of shit, but it's fucking annoying. You know, you got to make our shit make sense. You know, that the simple saying, make it make sense, right? Or someone. The only thing that can make sense of is all the corruption and greed and bullshit. And then no one's fucking doing anything to protect the American citizens. So why in the fuck shit would they care about people on the other side of the world? They don't care about us. They don't care about Flint. They don't care about fucking, you know, all types of shit. There's like no hospitals in like middle of America. Like you have to drive an hour and a half away to find a hospital. Like our healthcare system is in shambles. It's shit. My girlfriend just went to a fucking ER, sat there for a couple hours, didn't even get her fucking vitals checked. She left. She was like, fuck this. She went to her fucking doctor yesterday. Her doctor said, yeah, that ER is shit. Unless you got shot or you're intensive, like you really, really in bad condition, you ain't gonna get seen. They don't give a fuck. And that's one of our main hospitals and where I live. So just think about that. They don't really give a fuck about us, our own government, in our own country, with our own elected officials that's supposed to represent us. How the fuck do you think they're going to give a fuck about people on the other side of the goddamn world? You really think the fucking American government gives a fuck about Ukrainian people? You are fucking sick and twisted if you think our government gives a fuck about anyone else. They don't give a fuck about us. They especially don't give a fuck about anyone else in the world. They have interests, they have corruption, and they have oligarchs in our country that want to make money off of anyone's misery. Oh, is there misery over there? How much money can I make off that? Oh shit, there's misery over there? How much money can I make off of that? Over and over and over again. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. COVID was number one example. We just got through COVID. I know COVID's not gone. But most of the population is either natural infection or immunity or a little bit of both. So it's, we just went through a huge corruption scandal. I'm not saying COVID was fake. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying what the government response was a scandal. It was disgusting. It was fucking horrible. Make sure the corporations and the rich are comfortable and they're good. But you fucking 60 million plus single moms, fuck you. Figure the fuck out. We're gonna shut down your business and you might get a check. You'll get 2 checks. You're welcome. $2,000 in 2 years. Make it last. I mean, the CTC, the child tax credit, helped. Why did they stop? If it helped, why did they stop? That's my point. They do shit limited, and they go, "Oh, okay, good enough. Let's go back to normal." Well, normal fucking sucks for a lot of people. For most people, it sucks. So just remember that they don't give a fuck about us. They especially don't give a fuck about people in Ukraine, other people in the world. It's laughable in a very disgusting way. It's fucking laughable. You want to be pissed off, and rightfully so. Ask why we aren't oil independent. Ask why we bomb and attack different countries all the fucking time. Especially if you're a millennial like me. It's all you fucking seen all your life. It's us going to war, invading, droning, attacking, special ops, over and over and over and over again, all throughout the Latin America, Africa, Middle East. You know, trying to have power. Now Ukraine and Russia. Now we're trying to bleed out Russia's resources and time and money, which ain't gonna fucking work. It's not going to work at all. It's gonna fucking backfire big time. Ask why we bomb attack country. Okay, ask why we can't have real huge investment at home in our country. We should have a huge. The New Deal was like 80 years ago. We should have another New Deal right the fuck now. Huge, massive investment. I mean, like $20 trillion over the next 10 years. I mean, $2 trillion a fucking year in fucking investment. Bridges, infrastructure, schools, the VA, just every fucking thing. Just build up everything. Take care of our veterans. Take care of the hospitals, expand the hospitals, expand clinics, you know, infrastructure, high-speed rail, every fucking thing. You create jobs, better environment, parks, all that shit, like everything to build up this fucking country from what it is right now to make it even fucking better. We can't have that. No. You gotta shut the fuck up. You're asking too much. As we give tax breaks, endless bullshit and corruption to people that don't need it at all. This ain't new. This is fucking pathetic. This split both ways. So, politically speaking. And all this what I just said that pissed off people to why are we oil independent? We bomb and attack different countries, and why can't we have real huge historical investment? It all connects together. U.S. government does not give a fuck about you, me, or anyone else. They got their fucking priorities. They give us a bone here and there. That's it. Fuck you. We got our priorities. Keep on trying to manipulate, control other countries around the world. Bomb them if necessary. Coup attempts, coups. Control trade as much as possible. It's all about control. And it's all about making sure the U.S. dollar stays on top. And I understand why. Yeah, that benefits us. But why can't we do something that benefits everyone? You know, why can't we benefit everyone? Instead of having poor-ass countries that look for water, why can't we get those countries developed and just benefit everyone, not just, you know, a few people here and there, essentially, since there's 7.8 billion people in the world. So that's about it on this one, but you really got to think about why. You got to step outside the mainstream media narrative. You got to step outside the government narrative, which is basically the same thing. Since as mainstream media takes talking points from the State Department and disputes them out, this U.S. official, who? I can't tell you who. It's top secret. Then you bullshit. Where's the proof? Where's time? Where's where? Where's when? Where's why?